Hi there, thanks for taking the time to watch this screencast. So what I want, typically what I do about the third week of the capstone project course is I have my students in the face-to-face class go through and set up their three machines, their two domain controllers and the client. So they pretty much end up with something like this. Prior to this, they've created their network diagrams, so they have machine names and IP addresses all figured out as well. And I think it makes sense at this point just to jump down and do the last step of section 6, easy for me to say, install the remote server administration tool. Basically what the RSAT does is allows you to manage your server, your Active Directory environment from a client. So that saves you the hassle of having to log into your server. And granted, you could also remotely log into a server, and there's other tools out there, but I just thought for the purposes of the capstone project just to have exposure to the RSAT. And it turned out being a little more difficult than I thought, and for a couple reasons. So let me just see if I've got the. Is this it? Nope. That was something else. Okay, so I just Googled download. Let's see if I can refresh this here. All right, so I just Googled Windows 10 RSAT download, and the only thing you have to be aware of was when you're doing the download. If I look under, I think it's additional information here. There's different versions of the RSAT package, and it depends what your client OS is. It depends what your, well, actually it depends on a couple things, but primarily on your server, the version of your server operating system. It says here that you would install the 1803 package if you're running version 1803 or 1709 on your Windows server. So again, real quickly, what that means is, about every 6 months, Microsoft releases new editions of their operating systems. Just like on your Windows 10 clients, I think currently we're at 1803 or 1809. Similarly, there's also updates with the server operating system. So we have to see what version we're at before we determine which RSAT package to install on our client. So what I'll do is I'll jump onto my server here. Okay, and of course it locked me out. Alright, server 2016-1. Alright, I just need to get to the command prompt here. Should have figured out how to do this in PowerShell, because I'm sure someone will give me a hard time about it. But anyways, just WinVer. And this shows me that I am running version 1607 of Server 2016 Data Center. Alright, so I know that I'm running 1607, and that means that I need to, if I can go back and find whatever window I had open, it doesn't exist anymore. Calendar, it's my face, sorry you had to see that. But it says here that I should install use 2016 RSAT package when managing server 2016 or previous versions. So basically, if you're not 1803 or 1709, you're going to install the RSAT package. So what I have to do now is go back to my client and download this package onto my client. There's a couple ways of doing it. If you're trying to use the machines from ITnet 112, they will not work because we've disabled the Windows Update service on those, but you can tell that I've already downloaded the RSAT package. What I did, and there's a bunch of ways of doing it, but I went to, I'm sure I used Chrome or something here, and I clicked the download button, and then I picked the 64-bit version, x64, of RSAT WS 2016, downloaded it. Not too big. Let's check it out in the folder here. Come on, show in folder. It's there somewhere. Well, if that fails, we will just... This is kind of weird. What am I doing here? What's going on is I'm using Google's Chrome's remote desktop to remote into my desktop system for my Mac to do this screencast. And it works pretty well most of the time, and not all the time, right? Simply pause it and fix it. My goodness. So anyways, I can go to my downloads here, and I can see that there is the RSAT that I downloaded, and because I have VMware Tools installed, I can just drag and drop that onto my desktop. And at this point, I could kick off the install. Now, this remote desktop is going to give me a stroke, but anyways, I'm not sure how I scrolled it before, but I can't scroll it again. Oh, there's my bars. There we go. Of course, Chrome made it easier than I was making it harder than it had to be. Anyways, I've downloaded it, and now the next thing is, and I have an article. You can just Google this if I can find it here. Where did we go here? How to install the remote server admin tool in Windows 10. Well, here you go. Basically, you just download what we talked about. You install it, and then you have to go under Programs and Features in the Control Panel and turn on the appropriate RSAT administration tools that you want to allow your client to manage in your domain environment. So I hope that is helpful. It's essentially a two-step process, maybe three depending on how you go about it. In my case, about 6. I did all kinds of extra work here, but basically download the proper RSAT onto your client, install it, and then go under Programs and Features in the Control Panel on your Windows 10 machine and turn on what you want to be able to administer. And if we jump back and look at what's going to look like on the client, basically under Administrative Tools, you are going to see all the different Active Directory management tools. And that's it. So now you can manage your environment from your Windows 10 machine. You can also use remote desktop. You could use the Google Chrome desktop if you really wanted to. That's kind of a cool product. It actually would work. I mean, it's actually, for as much as I complained about it, it really is a nice tool that allowed me to access a Windows machine from a Mac. Could also work from my phone, my tablet, etc. Anyways, thanks for taking the time to watch a screencast, and have a great day. I hope the project goes well for you. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. And you're always welcome to come to our face-to-face classes as well. Thanks. Bye.